Now from Ozarks First, you're watching Color 10 News Midday.
In honor of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, people spent the morning marching from Jordan Valley Ice Park to the Galois Theater. Thanks for joining us here at Midday. I'm Lauren Barnes. Color 10's Nija McDonald is live out at the Galois, where festivities are just starting to wrap up. Nija, how's it going?
Good morning, Lauren. That's right. The entire Springfield community joined in today to celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And as you mentioned, it's just now wrapping up, so you can see a lot of the community members stepping outside. But the NAACP hosted the march, but people from different local organizations and groups took part in today's celebrations. Now, marchers crossed the Martin Luther King Jr. Bridge as they made their way here to the Galois Theater for a program celebrating the community through the arts, which includes honoring the three men who started the MLK March 50 years ago. The Galois Theater is also being recognized for its long history and acknowledgement of a black usher and his wife, known as the Coopers, who served during segregation and currently today. Again, this is a time of excitement, honor, and celebration for the Springfield community. I also noticed there were some students from area schools as well that took part in today's festivities. Reporting here live in downtown Springfield, Nija McDonald, Ozarks First.
All right, thank you, Nija. That's a good way for them to spend their day out of school. New at Midday, Capital Kids, a multi-purpose gym in Missouri, reopened its doors nearly 8 months after an EF3 tornado hit Jefferson City in May, damaging more than 600 buildings. The tornado left behind a lot of debris and damaged the building's walls. The reopening featured performances from multiple competition teams. Parents were also happy to be back, cheering on their kids. New features for the company include a preschool and dance program. The owner says the community was a huge help in bringing the place back together. We also need to let you know this midday, a minor is in the hospital with life-threatening injuries after being shot yesterday in Battlefield. Greene County Sheriff's deputies say the juvenile was shot at a home near Highway FF and Azalea. They say the victim is in stable condition. The suspect, also a minor, is currently being held in juvenile custody. Police say it was an isolated incident and the public was never in danger. Around the region, a historic and exciting day in Kansas City ended in tragedy. At least 2 people are dead, with as many as 15 others hurt in a late-night shooting following the Chiefs' AFC Championship win. Investigators say they were called to the incident just before midnight. A suspect was reportedly trying to get into a nightclub called 9 Ultra Lounge. A fight happened, and officers say the suspect started shooting. A security guard is believed to have shot and killed the suspect. A woman was also shot and killed, but her relation to the suspect is unknown. 3 people were hospitalized with critical injuries.
They all have mothers, fathers. Those that are injured tonight, the 2 that are dead, even have they have stories. And the tragic thing about this is when I start learning who they are and learning more about them, and there's really no words I can put together for the tragedy that this is.
Investigators were not immediately able to verify if all of the victims were shot or injured in other ways. In more local news, Governor Mike Parson has appointed Todd Myers as the Associate Circuit Judge for the 31st Judicial Circuit. He will fill the Associate Circuit Judge vacancy created by the appointment of the Honorable Becky Borthwick to Circuit Judge. Myers is from Springfield and currently serves as Chief Assistant Prosecuting Attorney for Greene County. He has a bachelor's from Evangel and a law degree from the University of Kansas. More churches around the nation and here in the Ozarks are taking armed security training classes, including a small local church in Buffalo. The Grace Community Methodist Church has security officers trained by a company called Peacekeepers Training. They have 3 stages in their House of Worship security training program. Stage 1 is the introduction of force. Stage 2, weapon malfunction, use of cover, and shooting at different positions. Stage 3 is discussing how, when, and why, with an emphasis on the why.
We have a saying, you shoot what you know, not what you think. And so we'll have some videos, we'll have a guy pull a wallet out. sometimes he'll pull a gun out. And so you have to be able to make a decision and make a correct decision quickly with a limited amount of information.
To learn more on how your church can take part in a security training course, visit our website and find this story on ozarksfirst.com. The Red Cross is extending its urgent call for type O blood donors due to influenza preventing some donating and winter weather canceling blood drives as well. The Red Cross has less than a 3-day supply of type O blood available. You can make an appointment now by using the Red Cross Blood Donor app or also by visiting them online at redcrossblood.org. Let's take a live look outside from our tower cam. Just some clouds here in Springfield, but Elisa, I know you're talking about snow.
Yeah, we're starting to see that batch of snow come in up top from the north. Some light snow being reported in Camdenton. We've got some of that snow coming down in the Lake of the Ozarks. Details on how much to expect out of this round of winter white coming up next.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, this is Color 10 News Midday. Now weather with meteorologist Elisa Rafa.
It was cold out there this morning. We started our day at 14 degrees in Springfield. That's over 10 degrees below the average of 22. We started at 12 in Rolla, 10 in Fort Leonard Wood, and 14 in Camdenton. We still have temperatures pretty cold because we have clouds rolling in. It's 21 degrees in Springfield. The winds have calmed down, so the wind chills don't hurt as much out there this morning. We're starting to get in some of that snow, getting some light snow reported near Camdenton, Lake of the Ozarks. We're seeing some of this light snow start to move in. and we've got that cloud cover accompanied with it. More on that in a second. I wanted to re-highlight some of this cold. 21 degrees right now in Springfield, 18 in Lake of the Ozarks, and only 17 in Rolla. It's because we have this Arctic high in place, and that's what's pulling in and spilling this very cold air south into the Ozarks, and it will stay cold out there today, especially as we get this little clipper of some snow to come in. So yeah, you can see what happens is we got the Arctic high, and then that allows some little disturbances to kind of travel around it in the Arctic air mass. So we're getting this little burp of snow that will track east and southeast, pretty much right in between Springfield and St. Louis, where we can get some of that snow. So hour by hour, you can see we keep some of those snow showers, again, pretty much in between Springfield and St. Louis as we head through the day today. Temperatures there stay pretty cold in the teens and 20s because of the clouds and the snow, going for a high of 29 degrees in Springfield, so very cold. The snow exits and dissipates by this evening. We'll have clear skies on the overnight tonight and temperatures dipping into the teens. Then by tomorrow, we're looking at mostly sunny skies with those temperatures in the middle and upper 30s, a little bit warmer than today, but still below average. As far as how much snow to expect out of this round, probably not much, maybe up to an inch at most. Most areas probably a half an inch or less. Some small accumulations of snow could still make things a little bit slick, so just be careful out there and be mindful of that. Again, we're looking at a quiet day tomorrow. Then we start an active pattern on Wednesday. Probably cold enough initially for a mix, then we warm up to some rain, and then we'll have more burps of the storm system rolling through by Thursday and Friday, and then some of it with some cold air that by Friday we could be looking at some snow as that main system develops and then tracks to our south and east. So if it tracks to our south, that puts us in a good spot for some snow as we head through Friday. If it tracks a little bit farther to the north, then we'll have maybe more of a mix to rain. So something to still keep an eye on. But for now, we're expecting a mix to cold rain on Wednesday. By Thursday, we'll have a cold rain to snow as some cold air comes in. And then that leaves us with a chance of snow by Friday before the whole thing exits. Temperatures stay cold through the week. We're looking at those temperatures in the 30s, much below the average of 43 degrees. 29 today, staying cold with a chance of those flurries and north winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Overnight, things stay pretty cold. 16 degrees will feel like the single digits. 39 tomorrow, mostly sunny and warmer thanks to those southerly winds. Then we start with that active pattern on Wednesday, a mix to rain, then some rain to snow, and maybe a chance of just snow by Friday. We dry out by the weekend. Temperatures stay a little bit chilly on Saturday, and then we are warmer on Sunday.
Still ahead for you this midday, police in Texas are searching for a shooting suspect. Plus, law enforcement is hoping for peace at a gun rights rally in Virginia following threats of violence. We'll tell you how they hope to keep everyone safe when we come back. Making news around America, police are still looking for a suspect in a deadly shooting inside a Texas nightclub. 2 people were killed and 5 others injured. Police say an argument broke out inside the establishment. At one point, a gun was drawn and shots were fired. A 21-year-old man was found dead inside the club. Another person died on their way to the hospital. Police say there was some sort of concert going on at the time of the shooting. And security is tight in Virginia during a gun rights rally today. Thousands are at the state's capital in Richmond. The rally is a public protest to gun-restricting legislation that was passed by the Virginia Senate. Lawmakers want background checks on all firearms, to limit one gun purchase every 30 days, and allow local governments to ban guns in public places. It's led to many Virginians, though, believing that their Second Amendment rights are being taken away.
That is why we have the law and order. I mean, I'm not really an extremist. I mean, I don't want to be with extremists. But at the same time, it's very important for me to have that right for me to kind of stand up for my freedom, my constitutional rights. So that is why I'm here.
Virginia's governor issued a state of emergency this week, banning guns at the rally. This came after credible threats of violence from nationwide militias. Some people fear the rally could lead to similar violence like what happened in Charlottesville in 2017. Coming up next, if you've thought about getting involved with the MU Extension Office but weren't sure if it's the right fit for you, we're explaining some of the old school and the new school ways to get involved next.
Welcome back. We've got David Burton with us. He's the County Engagement Specialist with the Extension Office, and you're here today to do exactly that. Get us engaged in our county and engage with you guys.
Absolutely, and people are always wondering, what does MU Extension do? And they think of like traditional agriculture programs that we started doing in 1914.
Right.
But we do a lot more too.
So you've got a mix of some things that do help the agriculture community, but then you guys are innovative and you got some new stuff too.
Yeah, that's right. And this is a great chance to give some of those examples.
So we've got, and we'll talk about this towards the end. This is kind of similar to what you guys do with a little brain game for one of your events, but we're going to start with beef.
Yeah, that reminds me of our KOMA Beef Conference. This has been going on for over 30 years. It's a partnership with Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, and Arkansas Extension Specialists. And it'll be February 18th at the Springfield Livestock Marketing Center. 4 different speakers, all on topics of beef.
Okay, so if you're a cattle farmer, or maybe you want to get into cattle farming, right? Those
Correct.
are people that should go to that.
Correct. And beef cattle's big in this area. That's very much a traditional type of extension program.
And I know your type of experts with the beef, Eldon Cole. He's
Yes,
so smart. So
yes.
you want to go to them if you've got questions on that. Okay. Then we've got this little cute little movie reel.
Yeah, that reminds me. Art on the Move. That's coming to Springfield, Missouri on February 7th. First time in Springfield. This is actually a moving art show from students at Mizzou. And this one will showcase digital storytelling, students that are in the visual studies program there. And they will be showing and creating one-of-a-kind art during our reception that evening at the Botanical Center.
That's cool. Something in the new school type of thing.
New school, and it'll be on display for the rest of the month.
That's cool. I know a lot of reporters that might find that interesting. The
Yeah.
whole newsroom full. That should head there. So something really cool there.
And that's
new and innovative.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got some production.
Traditional. Talk about traditional. This is our 97th annual Ag Production Conference, and it's January 28th. It's also at the Springfield Livestock Marketing Center. One of our speakers will cover beef, but we're also going to have a panel discussion about planting orchards and U-pick operations.
Very cool.
So that's kind of new to the area.
Yeah, and if you're interested in ag, and then real quick, this last one
Boost
of the brain.
Your brain class. People think it's new, but really we've been doing human development classes since the 1960s, and it's February 6th at the Botanical Center. We'll teach you some ways to improve your memory.
Okay, 4-part class, so that's just
Yes.
installment 1. A couple of more. All of this is on extension.missouri.edu. If you have any questions, or give Dave a call.
Give us a call. We do need you to register.
Thank you so much. There's a phone number on the website. We'll be right back after the break.
A Siberian Husky is shocked that she finally got adopted. Can't you tell by the look on her face? This is Jubilee. She has an eyelid deformity that makes it appear as if she's always surprised.
Okay.
So a breeder gave her up, couldn't sell her to anyone, to a nonprofit shelter in New Jersey in 2018. The breeder did not think that anyone would want Jubilee because of the way she looks. She's so cute,
That's
though.
so sweet.
I know. So she has this strange expression on her face 24/7. She's completely healthy otherwise. Anyway, the shelter put it on Facebook, and thanks to social media, she had 150 applications.
Of course.
And is now in her forever home.
Just like the little unicorn puppy.
Yes, that's right. All these good stories coming out of Facebook. I could use a double coat like a Siberian Husky today. I don't want to go outside.
So cold. 29 degrees with some flurries. Bundle up.
Okay, stay warm out there. Thanks for joining us on this Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Have a great rest of your week.